Okay, thanks for watching another battle report. This one's kind of a practice prep game for our OFCC tournament coming up end of next month, end of June. The scenario special thing, it's a Battleline scenario, but each player gets a lucky champion who lets them re-roll one dice roll every phase. So it could be a charge distance or a flee distance in the movement phase. It could be one of the power dice for generating how much power you get, or one of the casting dice. And or in the shooting phase, it could be the number of wounds a cannon causes, or if the cannon causes a wound, stuff like that. So one reroll per phase, as long as your champion's alive. Special victory conditions: kill the opponent's lucky person, keep yours alive. Yeah. So my list was just quick. I have a cannon, the A-bomb, 30 clan rats with the seer, 20 slaves, 35 storm vermin with the BSB and warlord and the doom flare, another slave unit, 30 more clan rats, my 34 plague monks with priest on a furnace, another cannon, my 8 Jezzails, and then 10 gutter runners coming in. And I'm playing against Brian's Orcs and Goblins. He's got a couple proxies in there. I think you can see that. But we'll go over what they are really fast. On my left, the 5 Spider Riders are actually 5 Goblin Wolf Riders. Then it's a Goblin Chariot instead of the Chaos Chariot. Got a Mangler Squig, a Doom Diver, 2 Bolt Throwers, 6 Trolls in front of, God, I don't know, 50, 70. I think they're 50. I think it's 50 Night Goblins. A couple Fanatics and Netters. And then we got a Squig Herd, 2 Rock Lavas in the back. Those Spider Riders are all Wolf Riders, but as BSB and General, Goblin General, are in that unit. He's got 3 Goblin Wolf Chariots in front of 20, 25 Savage Orc Boy Biggins. Another Mangler Squig, a Doom Diver, a Wolf Chariot, and 5 more Wolf Riders. Yeah, a lot of units. So on to turn 1. All right, Skaven got the first turn, but he did Vanguard the 2 outside Wolf Rider units. He forgot to Vanguard his General's unit closer to the Trolls. Makes a difference. So my Plague Priest has Vermintide as one of his spells, which I always think that's like one of the worst spells. But I cast it, and it went through, and it killed 2 of the Wolf Riders and the Mangler Squig, but didn't quite make it to the Doom Diver. So yeah, that was awesome. He even let it go. That was the only spell that did anything this round. And then my left cannon shot at the Trolls. It went long, killed a whole bunch of goblins, but it did hit and kill. I think it hit 2 trolls, and it did 4 wounds or something like that, 4 or 5 wounds. Yeah. Then my other cannon, like, misfired something. It didn't do anything. Yeah. So that would hit a turn 1. Okay, Goblin's turn 1. His Spider Wolf Riders on the left failed to charge my cannon through the woods. His Chariots didn't fail any dangerous terrain tests and charged my Plague Furnace. Doom Diver on the left misfired. Can't shoot this turn or next. Bolt Thrower misfired. Can't shoot this turn or next. Other Bolt Fire hit, but couldn't wound the Abomination. One Rock Lava missed. The other one hit dead center on my right clan rats. Killed 10. Other Doom Diver missed and destroyed itself. Or misfired and destroyed itself. Magic, he cast Itchy Nuisance on my Abomination. Lowered its random movement by 1 die. So it's only a 2 dice movement thing. Yeah. The chariots did some damage on the impact hits. I killed one of the chariots and got another wound on another one. But he won combat. I'm no longer frenzied. There you go. On to Skaven turn 2. Alright, Skaven turn 2. My Abomination wasn't very excited to do anything today, so he moved forward a little bit. My Gutter Runners did come on. I was hoping to take out that Mangler Squig with them. Some other positioning around, nothing exciting. I killed off his remaining 2 chariots with attacks. They didn't flee or nothing. So I just reformed to face the middle. Cannon on the right. I'm trying to kill some of that huge unit of the squigs, but it keeps misfiring. My Gutter Runners only did 1 wound to that Mangler Squig. Very disappointed there. And then my cannon also fired at the Mangler Squig and misfired on its bounce, so it does nothing. Sometimes those things are just way not reliable. Magic, I think he stopped everything. Yeah, I don't think I got anything off, or at least nothing that made any difference. No close combat. Well, I had the 1 close combat, that's it. So on to Orc and Goblins turn. Alright, Orc and Goblins turn 2. Couple of interesting things here. He sent his Mangler Squig back through my Gutter Runners. I did not think of that. But he only rolled 3 for the number of hits it did, and then only killed 3 guys, and then I passed my panic check. So that didn't work out well for him. He got a Itchy Nuisance again on my Abomination, but now he has 1 dice of random movement. Awesome. His Trolls failed their stupid check, even with the reroll from his BSB. Rolled a 12 and then a 10. So they stumble forward 2 inches. That's very important later. His Chariot charged the flank of my Clan Rats. Does a lot of damage, but I hold. His Squig unit charges my slaves. I flee, and he fails charge. Then on the right, he moves up his last remaining Wolf Riders to nudge up my furnace. Yeah. That's about it. His Rock Lava hit one of them. It's always only one. Hit my Storm Vermin unit and killed a few. Other than that, I think that was it. His Wolf Riders on the left actually made it into combat with my cannon. He lost I think he's lost like 2 out of that unit. 1 to dangerous terrain, 1 to attacks, but they're still fighting. Okay, yep, on the next turn. Okay, Skaven turn. I charged my Furnace into his Wolf Riders. I'm not friends anymore, so I do not have to overrun. I reformed. I made a mistake. I should have had my Furnace turned a little bit more to the left. That way when his boys charged in, my Clan Rat would already be on their flank. I had to move a little bit more to get to their flank, so that kind of hurt me. I moved up my Jezzails. They didn't really have a shot, so I just moved them up. The Abomination, with 1 die of random movement, rolled the 6 he needed and charged the Trolls. Um, he does damage, but they hold due to being steadfast in his general's range. Rallied my slave unit. The chariot did a lot more damage. I did cast poison on that unit, and it did kill him. It did kill the chariot finally. I think he finally killed off my my cannon there on the bottom left where we can't see. I cast the 13th spell on his Squig Hopper unit. Killed a bunch, not enough. Plus their immune psychology. That's a really good unit. Yeah. Oh, my gutter runners charged into his Doom Diver, killed it, and overran into a bolt thrower. There we go. On to next turn. Hey, turn 3 for the goblins. His Biggins charge into my furnace. Did a lot of damage. Won combat there easily, but we're still in combat. His Squigs, oh, right, I declared, first his Spider Riders declared a charge on my slaves. Or actually, first I think it was the Squigs declared a charge. I held, and then his Spider Riders declared a charge on my slaves. I chose to flee because they'd flee that way. So they fled over there. I don't care about slaves fleeing. Caused his 2 Spider Riders left to fail the charge, and I think he lost one due to dangerous terrain. And his Squigs failed to do the charge at my Storm Vermin. Rock Lava hit the Clan Rat unit with my Seer. Killed a whole bunch, got it down to not enough to have a Lookout Sir anymore. Other Rock Lava targeted him, and then it scattered, so it missed. But it could have been, or did it hit? No, it missed. Abomination broke the trolls. I chose not to flee and just reform. I should have just pursued, but I only had one dice to pursue, so it didn't really matter. Yeah. That would be it of Goblin turn. Oh, right, the other thing he did. His Goblin hopped out of his Night Goblin Shaman, level 2, hopped out of his Goblin unit and Curse of the Bad Moon the combat with the Gutter Runners and the Bolt Thrower. Killing a slew of them. But they're in combat, so they didn't care. So they killed the Bolt Thrower and overran into the next one. So I have 2 guys left. And he irresistibly forced the spell and took a wound to it. Yeah, that's it there. On to Skaven turn. Alright, Skaven turn. Little things happened here. So, my slaves rallied. I turned to face the left. I didn't know what else to do with them. My front slaves, my goblin slaves, moved up and around to give my clan rats enough movement to move out a little bit so I can actually be in the flank of the savage orcs. Savage orcs brutalized my furnace. It's only got like 2 or 3 wounds left on the furnace itself. Everything else is dead. My Jezzails fired at his general's unit. It's down to just the general. Killed the BSB. Actually, I think he did that when I charged my Storm Vermin and my Doom Flare and the Abomination into his Squigs. I killed all the Squigs but one. And so when I won combat, they broke, because there was 1 Squig left. 2d6, strength 5 hits to everybody within 12 inches. Um, it did more damage to him than me, but still, It did kill the abomination, but then at the end of the phase, I rolled the 6, and he came back with 3 wounds. Killed off the rest of his guard for his lord. Put 2 wounds on my Grey Seer, who's all by himself. That was scary. And then did like 1 wound to a whole bunch of other things on me. And did like 8 or 10 wounds to his goblins in the back. Yeah, I think that was it of that. I cast Blessed with Filth on my Storm Vermin to help out with the damn squigs. But okay, on to Goblin turn. Alright, well, part of the blowing up of the squigs, his goblins failed their panic check and ran off the board. The trolls failed to rally and they ran off the board. So down to just the 2 rock lobbers and the 2 on his savage orcs and his general. He charges his general into the flank of the slaves. It's a goblin general fighting goblins. I think it's funny. Yeah, magic. He still has his orc wizard casting Here We Go on the savage orcs, giving rerolls to hit. Dang Furnace has 1 wound left. Yeah, he wins combat against my slaves, but I stay due to my general being right there. Alright, that's it. His rock lavas. I think, yeah, he hit the Storm Vermin once and did some damage, but I think that was it. I think he tried to put, oh yeah, no, he targeted both of them at the Grey Seer behind the building, and did scatter both times. So he missed with both. So my cannon the last couple turns have been trying to target him, and I haven't been able to do anything with my cannons. So on to Skaven turn. Okay, my clan rats charge into the flank of his savage orc boys. My general runs around, get a position to charge his general. The abomination decides he doesn't like those rock lobbers anymore and actually charges and makes it to the one and kills it. I don't know when this happened, but his spider riders charged into my clan rats, and I beat him and ran him down, the last 3 guys in that unit. My Grey Seer, I throw 3 dice at Blessed with Filth on my wonderful unit of clan rats down there fighting the savage orcs. Miscast, and he kills himself. Awesome. Not a good trade. Close combat, I think I win combat by 1 because he only did a couple of wounds, and I win by musician against his lord, but he stayed. I actually did quite a few wounds to his savage orcs, having flanks and ranks and charge, and he only did 1 wound to the furnace because he only had 1 wound left. I win combat by a lot, and he rolls snake eyes. Stupid head. Anyways, but he couldn't roll it again to turn face, so I guess that's something. Yeah, so on to next turn. Okay, yeah, everything's kind of self-explanatory. Turn to face. He won combat. I held with my clan rats. He Irrigoed him again. Yeah, the savage orcs just cleaning up over there a little bit. His general I won combat position, so I turned to face. That was it for that. We'll just keep going. And then on my turn, I charged my general into his general, killed him. overran, failed to get to the Savage Orcs, but then I still had my lucky rat, my lucky champion, re-rolled it, made it into the flank of his Savage Orcs, and brutalized them and broke them and ran them down, and the Abomination took out the other one. So it ended up I tabled them, a severe victory, though it didn't feel like it for the Skaven. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you stay tuned for the next two.